Hi everybody, this is Miss Castillo, and today we're going to be reading Rainbow Fish to the Rescue. This is the second book. I read to you the first book, and I think I'm just going to summarize what happened in the first book. Remember, Rainbow Fish, he didn't want to share any of his scales, and then at the end, nobody wanted to play with him, and what he started doing, he started sharing his scales, and then everybody started playing with him. So at first, he wasn't being that nice, and now he was being nice because he shared all the scales. And this book's going to be about another fish that doesn't have a scale, and we're going to figure out what happened to the scale with the little fish that didn't have a scale. Okay, the title's Rainbow Fish to the Rescue, and the author's Marcus Pfister. Okay, this is the front of the book, and this is the back of the book. Okay, there are some vocabulary words that we're going to go over, but they're going to be inside of the book, and that's when I'm going to stop. Okay, Rainbow Fish to the Rescue. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there swam a school of fish. Not just ordinary fish, each one had a sparkling silver scale. Ever since Rainbow Fish had shared his scales, the fish had done everything together. They swam together, they played together, they ate together, they even rested together, floating in the shadows of the reef. So all of them played together. See, all of them have a shiny scale, okay? So that's one of our vocabulary words is the word scale. If you see each of the fishes, they have a shiny scale. This is part of their skin of the fish. So each fish has a scale. All of this, not just the shiny scale over here, but they have different kinds of scales in their skin. They were so happy together they had no interest in other fish. So one day, when the little striped fish swam through the game of flash tag, they all stared at him. "Hey," the little striped fish finally said, "can I play too?" "It's flash tag," said one little fish, "and you don't have a flashing scale." Wow, he was mean to this little fish over here. He didn't have any scales, but he had stripes, and someone said, "You don't have a scale, so you can play flash tag." "Do you have to have a special scale?" the little striped fish asked. "Of course you do," said the little fish with the jagged fins. "Come on, let's play," he called to the others. "Don't worry about him." They still didn't want to play with the striped fish. And how do you think the striped fish will feel? How will you feel if nobody played with you? Just because you had stripes. I'll feel very sad. Then all the fish turned and went back to their game. Rainbow Fish hesitated. He was afraid of losing his new friends. So he didn't dare stand up to the fish with the jagged fins. Feeling a little ashamed, Rainbow Fish reluctantly swam off to join the others. So they still swam together, and look at this poor little striped fish. He didn't have anybody to play with him. The little striped fish floated all alone at the edge of the reef. He looked sad as he watched the game. The other fish were having so much fun, darting and diving in the deep blue sea, their shining scales sparkling. See, all of them are playing, they're having fun, and look over there, the striped fish. He's very sad, he's not playing at all. They didn't want to play with him. Rainbow Fish remembered what it felt like to have no friends, and how lonely he had been when all the fish had ignored him. He has been so proud of his glittering scales that he had refused to share them. No wonder nobody had wanted to play with him. But now his friends didn't want him to play, and Rainbow Fish soon was caught up in the game. No one was paying attention when danger entered the reef. So he was thinking about the time when nobody played with him and how he felt when nobody played with him. Suddenly, a shark shot like an arrow into the middle of the school. The fish darted in every direction and managed to escape to their hiding place. So, a shark out of nowhere just darted and scared the other fish, and they swam away. There, in a narrow crack in the reef, the shark could not reach them. They were safe. But the little striped fish wasn't. Rainbow Fish couldn't keep still. He was so worried. "What's wrong?" asked the skinny fish. "It's the little striped fish," said Rainbow Fish. "He's all alone out there. We've got to help him." And we have a new word. The word is reef. Okay? This is the coral reef. This is where it's basically where they sleep, their shelter, or they use this as a way to hide from the sharks. So the vocabulary word is reef. With that, Rainbow Fish left the safety of the hiding place. "Let's go," he called. The other fish trembled with fear, but they knew what they had to do. They sped out of the crack after Rainbow Fish, so they started following him. And we have a new vocabulary word. The word is tremble, okay? When you hear the word tremble, it's that they were shaking, okay? Can you shake? They were shaking because they were scared. They soon saw the shark, and there was the little striped fish swimming and spinning away from his jaws. Rainbow Fish could see that the little fish strength was failing fast. "Hurry!" shouted Rainbow Fish, and all the fish swarmed straight for the shark. This confused the shark because usually fish swam away from him. He turned his way in that, snapping right and left until he was dizzy. The shark almost got the fish with the jagged fins, but he escaped with just a few scratches. So they confused the shark, and he was spinning around, and he got dizzy. Quietly, Rainbow Fish led the little striped fish to safety. "You were really brave," said the little striped fish. "Thanks for saving my life." Together they watched as the exhausted shark gave up and swam away. Brave. So the little striped fish was brave. He was very brave to face the shark. When all the fish returned safely to the reef, they welcomed the little striped fish. "Why don't you stay and play with us?" Rainbow Fish offered. "How can I play flash tag when I don't have a shining scale?" asked the little striped fish. "We can play fin tag instead," said the little fish with the jagged fin. "Touch your fin and you're it." All the fish cheered, and then they swam off to play together in the deep blue sea. And now they're friends. I hope you like this book. I have already read to you this book before, the first one, but this is the second book, and how the little green striped fish felt whenever nobody wanted to play with him. And the rainbow fish was friendly enough to bring them in so he can play with all the other fishes, okay? And this is the rainbow fish. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this book. You're gonna tell me what was the story all about, okay? So you're gonna, in the video, after you get done with this video, I want you to tell me what was the story about and what you learned about this book, okay? Bye, have a great day.